Good morning all. Welcome to our next class. Previous class we have to discuss about how to measure the length of object using meter scale when the scale is broken, and how to measure the length of the subject with precautions. And we have to discuss also about mass, how to measure the weight of substances like rice, sugar from buying from shops. Okay, now we have to discuss about the three topics, that is what is the basic unit of what is the basic unit of length, and what is the basic unit of mass. The basic unit of length is meter, the basic unit of mass is kilogram, and we have to already discussed that how to measure the length of the objects and how to measure the weight of the substances. Weight of the substances are measuring using the weighing blocks or weighing machines, that the basic unit of that weighing block and weighing machines are kilograms. And we measure the length of the object using meter scales. And also we have to measure the length of smaller substances and the length of higher substances with a larger length, having different scales, that is centimeters, millimeters, micrometers, and bigger units like astronomical units, kilometers, etc. And in the case of masses, there are some bigger units and lower units, and that bigger units and smaller units are measuring using kilograms, milligrams, grams, tons, and quintals. And all of that are based on the basic unit, that is kilogram. And I think all of you understand about that. And today we have to discuss about the topic, that is time. I think all of you know how to look in time. Nowadays we have no risk to understanding the time of every seconds and every minute. Okay, now we have so many devices such like clocks, watches, mobile phones, laptops. Anywhere we have, everywhere and anywhere we have so many objects that showing times. And in the previous times or in the ancient times, they have no such devices and they have no such basic units that measuring time or looking time. We have more chances to understanding time, and now we have no problem to knowing the time of current or previous or the coming time. All of them are, we have to understand looking our watches or clocks. We have so many devices to knowing that. Okay, but our ancestors are very risky to understand how to measure the length or how to looking length. For this, they are using different ways. For that, we have an image in there, but some errors that can be seen now. That images are, I send it through your WhatsApp. Okay. For this, we have to consider the shadow of three images. Now we have considering three images and their shadows to understanding the time in the ancient times. Okay. The upper part of these three are the three images of anything. First one, second one, and third one. And the below of that this line, we have to showing the shadow of the object in different times of a day. Okay, this is the shadow of the first pic, and this is the shadow of the second, and this is the shadow of the three. All of you guess these three images and the shadows of the three images. Okay, in the first case we have to see that the shadow is an approximate length of the object, and in the second case the shadow is very small comparatively the image. Okay, in the third case we have to see that this is approximately bigger than the object. Okay, in all of the cases, if we take the shadow of man or shadow of any trees or shadow of any objects, we have to got it different sized shadows in different times of a day. Okay, and we have to took each of these objects in different times of a day. The first picture or the first image and shadow, this is in the morning time. This is an image in the morning time. Okay, when in the morning the shadow is like this, and in the second image this is a shadow of the object in the noon time, and in the third case this is a shadow of the image in the afternoon time. That is, first shadow is in morning, second in the noon, and the third in afternoon. Based on these shadows, our ancestors is understanding the day is morning time or in the noon time or in the afternoon time. They are considering the shadow of objects, and they are understanding that this time is the noon time, and based on the other shadow they conclude that this time is the afternoon time. Okay, and in the ancient times the shadow of the objects are like this, they are considering that this is the morning time, and the shadows are like this, the smallest, and this is the under of the object, and that time they are considering that this is the noon time. And in the third case the shadow is like of any objects, they can see, they can understand that this is the time of afternoon. We have to knowing that how was the time, the morning, noon or evening, to looking our watches or clocks. But in the ancient times they are always understanding the time using the shadows of objects, and they concluding that the shadow of the objects is come to the center and the same of the object, and it is in shortest form of the object, and that time is noon. And they have to attain another conclusion that they are considering one day is from 1 to noon to the next noon's time period. The time period of one day is the 1 noon to the next day's noon. Okay, this is the image and shadow of today's noon, and the next day we got another shadow and its image in the next day's noon. So the time period from this noon to the next day's noon, the time period from this day to the next day noon, there are considering that time period is 1 day or 1 solar day. 1 day or 1 solar day. They are considering the time period of 1 noon to the next day's noon, that is 1 day or 1 solar day. We have an assumption that 1:12 p.m. to another day's 12 p.m. is 1 day. We have considering that is why we have a time to knowing the time of every day or every minute, but they have no such types of devices. That's why they're considering the time period of 1 noon to the another noon is the 1 solar day or 1 day. So they have they know how to understanding 1 day and time using shadows, and already they are using some instruments, some devices knowing to time based on the shadows of objects. Such type of a device is sundial. Sundial is one type of device that is using in the ancient times to knowing the time. Okay, and I have some images of sundials. Because of mistakes, I have not give to this video. I send these images through WhatsApp, knowing how to measure or how to use this sundial to understanding the times of ancient time. Okay, that is, sundial is an instrument that is used to measure, that is used to ancient times to measure the time, to understanding the time. In sundials we have to see that the images and its shadows, based on the time the shadows come to change, and the shadows come to change, they are understanding the time, that is the time is in morning or noon or evening. Okay, so they have only one device that used to measure or understanding the time. That device is sundial. Nowadays we have so many devices and that showing the accurate time, but they have some devices that showing the actual or approximate time. Okay, and this is the problem when understanding the correct time. Okay, when we have getting the correct time in a day, we don't have such we don't have thinking such a type of situation. But in the older days they have not understanding that the correct time or the correct or precise time for them, for they have only an assumption based on time. Okay, and for these assumptions they are using different methods. One method is looking the shadows of objects, and another method is in the night times they have no shadows of objects, so they using the sky and the position of stars to understanding the time. The position of stars that comes changes, and they know which is the star that, and when this star comes to the east side or the west side, and they understand the time based on the motion or moving of the stars, and they knowing the night time based on the position changing of stars. In the daytime they are using the shadows of objects, and in the night times they are using the position change of stars to understanding the time. And this is a worldwide problem, and they are they are minimizing that problem when based on our progress. When we are progressing with technologies, we got a basic unit of time, and based on that basic unit there are so many devices we invented, and that invented devices are very helpful to us to knowing the time. Okay, and we have using clocks to understanding our time. And what is the basic unit of time? Are you guessing about that? There are basic units for length and basic unit for masses, and also time has a basic unit. And what is the basic unit of time? The basic unit of time is, the basic unit of time is seconds, and that is denoted by the letter S. Okay, and after all they are attaining the basic unit of time, that is second. The basic unit of time is second, and that denoted by the letter S. So the basic unit of one day's time is based the seconds. Based on that seconds we have some more measurements. Okay, for getting this, First of all, we have to say that the basic unit of time is second. So basic unit is second, and it's denoted by the letter S. And they are invented that one day having 24 equal parts. One day having 24 equal parts. So one day is equal to 24 equal parts. And each of the 24 equal part having a name, that is 1 hour. That is the 24 equal parts of one day. In each of the 24 part is known as 1 hour. So the 24 equal parts are known. Each of the 24 equal parts are known is 1 hour. So one day has how many hours in one day? One day is equal to 24 hours. One day is equal to 24 hours. They are considering that one day is 24 equal parts. They are dividing one day into 24 equal parts, and each of the 24 equal part is considering 1 hour, and that 24 hours are combined to form one day. Okay. So one day have 24 hours. Okay. And each of the 1 hour having what? Each of the 1 hour having 16 minutes. Okay. Each of the 1 hour containing 16 minutes. Each of the 1 hour contains 16 minutes, and each of the 16 minutes containing 16 seconds. Each of the 16 minutes containing 16 seconds. So first of all, we have to took the 24 equal parts, and each of the equal part is known as 1 hour, and each of 1 hour having 16 minutes, and each of the 16 minutes having 16 seconds. So the basic unit is 16 seconds, and 16 seconds combined to form 1 minute, and each of the minute combined 16 minutes combined to form 1 hour, and 24 1 hour is combined to form 24 equal parts, and this is known as one day. Okay. And in the ancient times, they are assuming that one day is the time period from 1 noon to the next noon. But nowadays we have to conclude that 1 hour having 24 equal parts. When the 24 equal parts are completing, or the 24 hours are completing, one day is over. So we have some basic units, and we have not assumed that we have a correct answer, that is 1 hour is combining 24 hours, and when the 24 hours is over, that time one day is over. We are not looking the shadows to understand time. We have a precious basic units, and that basic unit is seconds, and based on that unit we have to conclude that one day having 24 equal parts and 24 hours combined to form one day. And now we have to understand that 24 hours containing 16 minutes and 16 seconds, and we have a calculation that is 1 second is 1 by, we are considering 1 second is 1 by 86,400. This is 1 second. How can we got this? For this we have to taken 1 second is equal to 24 hours in a day, that is 24 into each of the 24-hour having 16 minutes. So 24 into 16, 24 into 16, and each of 1 minute having 16 seconds. So 16 minute into 16 seconds, and we got the answer, that is 86,400. That is 1 day having 24 equal parts, 24 equal parts having 16 minutes, and each of the 16 minutes having 16 seconds, and the answer of this is 86,400. Okay, and this is a 1 day's duration. Total duration of 1 day is 86,400. So 1 day is equal to 1 day is equal to 86,400, and 1 second is equal to 1 day by 86,400. So from here we got that 1 second is 1 by 86,400. Now we have to conclude that the basic unit of time is seconds. Okay, I think all of you understand that how to measure the time in the ancient times, and now how can we develop, then we have a basic unit, that is seconds. Okay, the basic unit of time is seconds. Now today we have to discuss about the time, and which is the instrument or device that is used in the ancient times. That device is used to measure the time based on the shadows of objects, and that device is known as sundial. And how they measure the 1 day, or how they denoting 1 day is, they're denoting 1 day is 1 noon of the 1 day to the noon of the next day, and they are taking 1 day or 1 solar day is the noon of today to the noon of next day. The time period is they are taken as the 1 day. And now we have a basic unit, that is seconds. That is the basic unit of time, and they are, and we have to conclude that 24 equal parts in 1 day, and each of the 24 equal part knowing as 1 hour, and that 24 hours are combined to form 1 day. When the 24 hours is over, that is the time of the next day. Okay, so we have to conclude that the basic unit of time is seconds. Okay, thank you. Today's class is over.